Good morning, family. Everybody, today we're gonna do a little get ready with me. I'm gonna talk a little bit about where I left off in my last video about my mental health. But really, I'm gonna show you some sort of makeup look today, sort of a get ready with me. We'll see how it goes. I don't really know what direction we're headed, but buckle in. It's gonna be a fun time. So, the first thing I did is I got my shower, I blow dried my hair. I washed my hands really well, because before you start in with like your base, you really want to have good, clean hands. I like this. It's my first time trying it. I don't think it'll leave like a mark in my hair, so we'll see how it goes. Come up here just a little bit. There. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow BHA and PHA Pore Tightening Toner. I always say that backwards. But it's thicker than a normal toner. I don't know if you can tell. You can't tell, but it's a little bit thicker consistency. And I put that on my face, and I kind of let all the products sit in between layers of like skincare, right? So I put my toner on first. And this is on the mornings that I decide to do skincare. Sometimes I just throw my makeup on, but I really try to do some sort of skincare every morning if I can, on the days that I do wear makeup, because I don't know, it's just part of the getting ready process for me. I will say, in continuation of the last video that I did, I was not doing well mentally. I find that if I sleep in, if I don't get up and like make a conscious effort to like take a good shower, not like a, oh my gosh, I'm late for work, wash my body, throw my hair up, run out the door, but like I did this morning, like intentionally wake up, wash my body thoroughly, like enjoy the soaps that I have to use, if that makes sense. It's trying to find little things in life that keep me from like toppling over the edge of depression. So I'm kind of learning how to deal with that. I have yet to figure out how to deal exactly with the anxiety part of having bipolar, or the like up part, but I feel really good whenever I'm in an up, so I haven't really tried to manage it, but I know that when I'm like down in a lull, like I have to do things intentionally so I don't just stay down there. And it's hard work, you guys. It takes effort. I did not want to wake up this morning at 5 o'clock. I wanted to sleep in until right before I went to work and roll out of bed and run into work like normal. And I just know that I can't do that and practice good mental health. So it is what it is. So I got up this morning, made me a cup of coffee. Not every morning is like this. Most mornings I'm running out the door late. Here recently anyway. It ebbs and flows. So sometimes I'll do really well, and then right now when I'm in a bottom, it's so hard. So I know if you deal with bipolar and if you deal with depression, then you know where I'm coming from. It is so hard to be like, okay, I'm going to actually get up out of bed and invest time in myself. It's so easy for me to invest time in other people. Anyway, so I think that toner has set long enough. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Glow Recipe Niacinamide Dew Drops. There is a dupe for this now, which I'm interested to try. I've got to get it and try it out and see what I think. But I have 2 of these, so I'm really not in any sort of hurry. Anyway, so I'm just going to take about 2 pumps. sometimes I put it right on the face. Most of the time I just do that with my hands. Anyway, so like I said, if you deal with depression, you know how hard it is to sit there and be like, okay, I'm going to prioritize my self-care. And sometimes getting on YouTube and watching self-care videos will motivate me to be like, okay, I need to do this. Sometimes it still doesn't work. You know, that's not what motivated me this morning to get up and do that. I just, I don't know what flipped the switch for me to be like, okay, I have got to get up, prioritize myself, and get ready and be prepared for the day so that I feel better. But somehow I just found it within me to do that. Which, thank gosh, because I already feel better even though my day hasn't really even started yet. So today what we're going to be using is, I'm going to do like the Profusion Feel Good Skin. It's new to me. I've used it a couple of times. I like it all right so far. I don't love it. It's just okay. But primarily what I'm going to be using is the LYS bronzing stick and my Kosas concealer. Not so much focused on foundation. I don't know if I'm even going to put foundation on today. And last night I saw a little hack or a bronzing trick, and we're going to try that later on and see how I like that. Anyway, and remember how like 6 months ago, maybe not that long, but I bought this. I'm just now opening it to use it. It's the Bliss Block Star Invisible Daily Sunscreen. It's a mineral sunscreen broad spectrum SPF 30. I really like something a little higher than that, but it's better than nothing, right? So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some of this on. Hopefully it doesn't like, my biggest fear is that it's gonna like fudge up my makeup. I don't want that to happen. So if you do not have dry skin, I would not recommend this particular skincare regimen, because this is hydrating, and of course you keep putting on hydrating stuff. It already feels a little heavy to me, and I have normal to dry skin. My T-zone might get a little, I didn't realize this was tinted. Cool. My T-zone might get a little oily. But I put on some retinol last night. This is another part of like me trying to like really take care of myself. And pull myself out of this bout of depression that I've been having. Oh, you can't even tell it's tinted, but it doesn't look white, so that's good. My eyes feel like so dry and crepey this morning. Anyway, so I put on some retinol last night under my eyes, and it was like retinol collagen peptide like pad thing. I'm going to do a review of it whenever I use up the whole box of them. But I used that last night, and whenever you do that, whenever you use retinol and chemicals like that on your face, you really want to protect your skin the next day with a sunscreen or an SPF. This is a mineral sunscreen. So this, like I said, this is the first day I'm trying it out, so we'll see how it goes. And then I'll probably upload this video later tonight, same day. I don't like doing same day, like, video and upload, but I just didn't make the time to film last night like I should have. But I enjoyed visiting with my family. It's all about balance, right? Okay, so before I go in with like any sort of makeup product, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with some sort of lip balm. I have so many of them. This was just what was handy in my makeup bag today. And Carmex gets the job done. Wow, we're already at 10 minutes. We gotta hurry this along. I'm probably gonna edit some of this. Probably. I try not to edit too much because I really feel like I want to give you guys like the most raw footage possible. I feel like that sets my channel apart from other channels. But anyway, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with the LYS bronzing stick. So the trick that I happened to stumble upon last night is just taking the bronzer and putting it right there. Right there. Lifting up. And then I'm going to go down the bridge of the nose. Sides of the forehead. Not really using, I don't really want to use, since I have so much skincare going on, I don't want to use a whole lot of product. And this method is supposed to be a little bit better than having that really sharp line. I just whacked my thing in there. So I'm just going to buff this in. Kind of pulling up with it. I used too much. I used a little too much. But we're gonna hope that this was better placement over here. We're gonna hope that our concealer and foundation kind of fix anything that this doesn't like when it doesn't sit exactly the way I wanted it to, which it's not going to because I put too much on my cheeks. So if you have a smaller forehead than me, you don't have to put that much on your forehead. If you have a small forehead that starts like right here, see how this space isn't very much. I wouldn't even mess with putting, if your hairline comes up, I wouldn't even mess with putting contour or bronzer or anything. But if you have like a normal size forehead where your hairline starts like right here, you can put just a little bit into the temples. But since I have a king size forehead, I go a little heavier on it. I'm gonna go ahead and go back up. I just got too much. I did not want to bring that all the way back, but whatever. The only reason I go over the eyes is to like really blend, kind of get off any excess that I have on my brush. This didn't work out according to plan, this bronzing trick. And I don't feel like I want to put more product on top of it to try and correct it. So I decided already I'm not going to use foundation because this is already so heavy. I'm going to put a little bit of concealer here, or a lot of it, you know, whatever. Down the bridge of my nose, not much. The Cupid's bow on the chin and right there. Take my beauty blender, really pounce that into the skin. So school time has started. Super exciting. Yesterday was my daughter's first day of school. I sent her flowers. She lives in Virginia with her father. So I like to be like extra special with her. For my son, for his first day of school, we really didn't do anything. I just feel like I really spent extra time with him when he got home to ask him, like, you know, how his day was, and like took him to go to Sonic to get a little treat, you know. I always feel like the first part of the school year is always so difficult. So anytime you can give kids a little extra attention during that time, it helps. And around the holidays too. See how that just brightens up right there along the nose? Yeah, no foundation. No foundation today. Just gonna check in the mirror. Yeah, that looks about like how I want it to. And I'm gonna go ahead and blend this because that did not work. So next time I'm gonna try a different bronzing formula to do that trick with. But really the trick is you just put it right here and right here, blend it a little bit. Probably better to use my fingers next time. Blend it a little bit, and then you don't have this harsh line all the way back here like what you can see right now. Like if I just go back and forth, you can really see it. So I try to dispense it evenly. Anyway, on to powder. You guys, I did buy Powder Showdown. I never really actually came to a conclusion on that. I liked all the powders that I used. Well, most of them. But the one that really takes the cake is this Coty Airspun powder. It's just so affordable, and you get so much product, and it works. Like, I even have like a high-end one, and I reach for this one over it. Still pretty harsh line right there. Maybe once I put some bronzer on and blush, it won't be so bad. This side doesn't look as bad. Maybe I put a little less on it. I don't know how some people do all cream products and no powder. Because I just feel like it slides all over my face throughout the day. But you know, whatever. What contour or bronzer am I going to use? This one. I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury. Look, it's almost gone. I'm really trying to focus it right here instead of back here. I don't know how I'm gonna like that today, but I'm gonna give it a try. And as always, I'm gonna go down the nose, sides of the nose. And then I'm gonna come across the eye. Just to really even out the complexion and like the whole process of it all. Because I don't like looking too crazy. Even though sometimes in the middle of the process you do look a little wild. I am going to go in with a little bit of eyeshadow today. Normally, I don't. Normally, I'll put blush on, a little bit of highlighter, run out the door. That's all I'm working with. But today, I feel like taking a little bit of extra time, going in with my The Nubian palette by Juvia's Place. Okay, so with my eye shape, what I do is I come in with these two colors right here. And I really picked this up from Jaclyn Hill, like watching a lot of her videos. So that's kind of like always my daily inspiration. So I take that and I come right in the middle. Like in the crease and right above it. I'm gonna leave the eyelid bare to put maybe a metallic over it or like a glitter formula. What I wish I had were those Sephora little single shadows. Those are so good. When I have hardly anything left on the brush, I'm gonna come down here and go right there. But primarily when I have a lot of product, I'm focusing it in the crease and right above the crease. And then after I go down here, I come up all the way to the eyebrow. So I'm going to go in again with those first two colors. Knock the excess off. So I'm going to really focus in the crease and right above it. If you hear that snoring, that's our dog Ranger. He's a sassy little thing. And poor guy has a hard time breathing, especially when it's hot. So again, I just stayed primarily in the crease and right above the crease. Hardly any product. Go underneath the eyeball. Even less product all the way to the brow. Okay, now I take like this brush. If it was a little bit smaller, it would be even better, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, right on the tip of it. It's a little bit of a reddy brown, and I'm gonna go place it right in the corner, and I'm stamping it. I'm not swishing or doing anything. I'm just pop, 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 stamping it. I'm not gonna go inside. I'm just keeping it right there on the outer corner. I feel like that really helps open up the eye. So if you can tell the difference. I feel like this eye always looks a little bigger. But now I'm kind of moving it around, not stamping it. Same thing on the other side, I'm just gonna stamp it. Oh, I got a little low. On that outer third. Now I'm moving it. So I stamp first for a good while, and then I blend it, start working it towards the up and inside. You can tell. And then I'm going to take just hardly any. I'm going to swoosh it one time in there, knock off a lot of the excess, then go right under here, and I'm primarily staying in that outer third. I always have to make funny faces. And then I kind of look at it and see where we're at. Maybe come and do a little bit more over here, a little bit more over. This eye looks better to me than this eye. Then I come back with, I'm not putting any additional product on my brush. I'm just gonna blend so there's no harsh lines between where we put that darker color and the mid-tone color. I'm just no product on my brush, blending it in. I am by no means the best eyeshadow person, by the way. This is just what I feel like works for me. This is pretty much done. I could walk out the door now after I do like a few other things, but I'm just saying with the eyes. But I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a shimmer. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this pinky looking shimmer. It's all kind of pinky looking, but it's a little bit darker. Back and forth. I'm not gonna brush off the excess, like tap it hard. Maybe just a little bit like that. And pat it into place. And I'm putting it on half of the eye. So we went in 1/3 of the eye here. I'm really leaving like this spot bare so we can like transition and blend it out. Now I'm swiping. So I'm going to go back in. Not really. I even dusted too much off right there. Pouncing that into my eye. Then swiping. And really concentrating, let me look straight, on just half the eye. And leaving like this spot here bare. Now I'm going to go in with the blender brush, no product, and I'm going to work right in that bare spot and in the crease. All right, now I'm going to take even a smaller brush. I'm going to be done with this palette now. This is from Morphe. I don't know what collection it's from, actually. I'm going to knock off any excess. But it's itty bitty, if you can tell how small that is. Look at it and compared to my ring. So small compared to my pinky. Now I'm going to take a highlighting shade. This is the best highlighter I've found for the money. It's the Jaclyn Hill one. I love it so much. And I'm going to pounce it right in the inner corner. Not swiping this one until we get up on the brow bone. And you can just do the inner corner and leave everything else alone. But I'm going to just take one swipe off any excess and come right under the brow bone in the last outer half. Not all the way across, just starting right here at the arch and go across. One swipe, knock off any excess, outer half, underneath the brow bone, or on the brow bone. Okay, that's it for the eyes. As far as cheeks, I'm going to go in with the Profusion Blush Hour Soft Matte Liquid Blush. This is in Rosé, or Rose, but it's got a little, if you can tell. I don't know if you can tell. It's not focusing. Focus there. Anyway, you'll just have to trust me. It's either Rose or Rosé. And really on top of the cheekbone focus. That's normally where I would put highlighter, but I'm going to go with blush there today. 2 dots. I work one side at a time just in case it dries down, but it usually doesn't. I really like this, and then I spread it kind of a little bit down just to blend it, but really that's where I would normally put highlighter. And then really blend it in there. Take this brush, go right here. Okay, now for the other side, like I said, that's normally where I would put highlighter. A little bit on the tip of the nose. I always like putting a little bit of blush on the tip of the nose. I just feel like it makes it look a little bit more natural. Then I'm going to take some powder blush and put it in the same spot. I really feel like this side didn't blend as well, but whatever. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek Pillow Talk. right on top. It really doesn't do a whole bunch of anything. It just sets that liquid in place. That might do a little bit of something. I got more product than normal. If I still feel like this looks too rosy, I'll come up here and do this on the chin, nose, and then really blend it out again. But I like a rosy cheek. Now for highlighter. I'm going to take the Pillow Talk highlighter and put it in the same spot. Just one dot though. And halfway up the nose, not all the way. A little bit on the Cupid's bow, and that's it. And what? I'm going to go ahead and use my Beauty Blender. I like the placement of this one, this side better. A little bit further back. I didn't put anything extra there. I'm just getting the excess off on my forehead. Good Lord, we're 30 minutes in. Okay, now I'm going to take a powder highlighter to set that in place with my Jaclyn Hill brush and my Jaclyn Hill powder. Just lightly over the top. A little bit heavier handed on the nose and on the Cupid's bow, but just lightly on the cheeks. Then to really blend all that in, I'm going to go over with my powder brush and go over the cheeks again, just to really blend everything in. So before I do mascara or brows or lip liner, I'm going to go ahead and go in with MAC Fix Plus. I've really been enjoying this. I did not think I would like Fix Plus, but shockingly, I have really enjoyed it so far. And if you know me, you know my trick. I'm going to go blow dry it. Okay, so this is not the best lighting. Now that the sun is coming in over here, it looks a lot better without that. If I had blinds, I would shut them, but whatever. So now I'm going to go in with some brow product. If you don't know me off camera, what I did is I brushed my teeth. Before I brushed my teeth, I went in after I put that spray on my face, the setting spray. I went in and I used a blow dryer to really blow dry that quickly. That way I'm not sitting here with a wet face forever and a day. I'm using the Kosas brow gel in brown black. I would normally use an auburn color, but I thought I was going to have different color hair for a longer period of time, and I didn't stick with it. I went back to my natural color. I feel like it suits me the best. I highly doubt I ever changed again. Although going blonde is always fun. Okay. Really, my brows aren't horrible, so I just really do that to like take any like powder or any makeup product and like cover it up to make them darker. I found that if I do mascara and this after or before I do the setting spray, I just don't like if I close my eyes to do it, which I normally do, then the mascara transfers down onto my lower lash, or not on my lower lash, but like on my cheeks. So I found that if I just do this after, it works out well. This mascara is about done. I've had it for a long time. I probably should have already thrown it out by now, but it's not dried up. I'll probably toss it at the end of this month. Okay, for lips, I'm gonna go in with a MAC pencil liner in the shade Dervish. Just outline. It's really like a My Lips But Better. I'm just gonna fill them in with that. Anytime I use like lip product, I always feel like it highlights the corners of my mouth, even though I didn't put product there. We're apparently overlining the lip today. I might touch that up with a Q-tip, but I'm gonna go in with the Carmex again over top just to give it some slip, because really this is the only color I want on my lips today. There. Perfect. And that's the finished look. I'm gonna put some earrings on. It did weird things to my bangs. I'm gonna blow dry them down. But that is the finished look. Let me look. See, if I had something to block that sun, you could tell. That's just so much better. That's the finished look, guys. I'm going to throw on some earrings and head out the door. And I'll check in later on in the day to make sure that this holds up, because I'm really testing out this MAC Fix Plus and the makeup application that I did today. So we'll see how it looks throughout the day. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you in the next clip. All right, it's the mid-morning check-in, you guys. This is how the makeup is holding up. It's about 10:30. So part of trying to like better myself mentally, I'm taking a little bit more frequent breaks from work, and so we're allowed 2 15-minute breaks per day and an hour lunch, which about a month ago I wasn't taking any breaks. I was just working straight through, and I was just like, that's a waste of time and blah blah blah. But today I am gonna start walking during my 15-minute breaks, which this isn't anything new. I have done it before, like on my 15-minute breaks, walk whenever it's not like 100 degrees outside or freezing. But so I'm just re-implementing that to try to like better myself. It's good for you physically, and I also feel like mainly it's good for you mentally. So that's what I'm doing. That's what my makeup looks like. And we'll check back with you later on today. We have made it to the halfway mark through the day. Well, almost. It's 11:30. So I got a package delivered. I completely forgot that I ordered this stuff. So I was in the middle of eating a little healthy snack, and I figured we would open this up together and see what all I got. So it's from Heritage Apothecary. Look at this wooden box. Isn't that beautiful? It's got incense and all sorts of stuff in it. I'm excited to use that tonight. I got a crystal, some sage, lavender, and I don't know what's in here. Another smudge stick. This is pine. Oh, and all sorts of crystals. Oh, that's a tiger's eye. That's beautiful. Oh, this must be the Dalmatian jasper. Amethyst. And obsidian. Red jasper. So that's what I got. And there's the makeup for the day. Here's the midday check-in, how my face is wearing. So I just got back from having lunch with my mom, and we had tacos, and I had tinga tacos, and if you've ever had tinga tacos, you know they're very messy. So I'm wearing part of my lunch. And I got some on my chin, and it rubbed off some of my makeup, but other than that, it's holding up pretty well. That's what it looks like. See you in the next clip. Alright, so here's the end of the day check-in. I'm looking a little oily, and it could just be from a highlighter. Yeah, I'm a little oily in my T-zone, but I feel like the makeup looked more nice today. I definitely prefer having foundation on though, instead of doing it how we did it this morning. Anyway, maybe I'll do one more check-in before I wash it off before the end of the night, but it's 6 o'clock now, and this is what it looks like. Having a much better day today than I was the last time that I talked to you guys. It's been a blessed day.